Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end.
YouTube family, what's good with you? It's your boy 2A in LA, and as always, fam, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, and future episodes is just my personal opinion. Don't take it as fact. Don't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, fam, I should go ahead and tap that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. Come on in. You can join the congregation by smashing that subscribe button and requesting all post notifications. And if you are an existing supporter of this channel, fam, I appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. You are the reason this channel is anything. All right, fam, if you are not a member of the 2A in LA fam club, what are you doing? Look, fam, look just down below. You should see a join button. Hit that join button. For a modest $2.99 a month, you become a channel member. You get access to unreleased footage that nobody else gets to see. You automatically become eligible for our weekly and monthly giveaways, and we give away some incredible things, including optics and weapons lights and range bags, and yes, firearms. So don't miss the opportunity to maybe pick up, one of the prize guns in my vast collection. All right, fam. Also, check out that QR code. Hit it. You see it's right there. Hit that QR code, and that will take you to the 2A in LA website, where you can have access to our 2A in LA official merch store. We got all your merch needs taken care of. Also, I'll have all like my affiliate links and promo codes and discount codes there, as well as hot deals of the week. Hit that QR code or hit the link down in the description. All right, fam, now let's get back to the video. All right, fam, let's get into this episode. So, fam, I have been on my AAF-ish, right? My Alpha American Firearms-ish. We have looked at multiple offerings now from Alpha American Firearms. Most recently, we looked at the non-ported options currently being offered by 2A Zones, our good friends over at 2A Zone. And so shout out to them, because now we have come back. They have given us the ported versions of those models. So we have that 4.25 AAF. No grip safety, gotta love that. Still no front full dust cover, but if you like that classic kind of look, this could be the one for you. It has this distressed finish on it, and it's got those inline ports. We also have the 5-inch version. Again, a duplicate of that 4.25. No grip safety. It's got the top port, but it has a very unique porting package. Hopefully you guys can see that. If not, I'll add a picture. But it's got 12 like slanted ports, 6 on each side of the inline cutout. And so a very unique porting pattern. I own a bunch of 2011s. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like this. All right, fam, so check it. If you have been following, kind of my reviews on AAF, you know that I have been very, very impressed. First off, with the fit and finish of the gun, the reliability of the gun, the durability of the guns. We'll get into that momentarily. But what I would say is what's really, really impressed me is the constant evolution of their guns. They have kind of gotten away a little bit more and more, slowly but surely, to get what I would call more modernized 2011s and getting away from kind of the classical 1911 looks, which is really where their background comes in at. And so hence the porting on these, hence the deleted grip safety. I know there are going to be future models where they're going to have full dust cover designs. And so look, I've shot enough AAFs where I'm pretty confident about the shootability of their guns. But why don't we stop talking about it and be about it? Let's get into the review. Alright fam, if you've never seen a 2A NLA review, it's relatively simple. 0, hot garbage, worst gun ever. 100, the most perfect gun in the history of guns. And it's also very affordable. Never had a gun get a 0. Never had a gun get 100. We can always hold out hope. Usually, if you've got a good solid gun, that's going to get you 50 to 60 on the scale. That's a gun that's going to go bang every time. Just doesn't have a lot of feels or thrills. Think Glock 17 MOS, right? If you've got something kind of 60 to 70, that gun maybe has a feature or so that make it stand out from the mean. If you've got something like 70 to 80, okay, that gun has a few different features and characteristics that really make it a step above. If you got something 80 to 89, now you're getting in kind of best in class territory, especially if you're like 85 to 89, and anything 90 and above is out of here. That's grill gun status. All right, fam, let's dive into this. So first up, fit and finish. These guns are very, very well machined. The fitment on them is rock solid. I got to give AAF a lot of credit. Their guns are very, very well made. No real hot spots anywhere to be found on the gun. Bull barrels, good solid triggers. I'll go ahead and I'll put the specs up for the gun so you can have it up there, but I'm going to tell you that the fit and finish is very consistent with what I've seen in other models from AAF. They do a very good job, and they should, because these are not inexpensive firearms. So look fam, fit and finish, they do an extraordinary job. We're going to give this gun a 14 out of a possible 15 for fit and finish. All right, next up, reliability. I have now thousands upon thousands of rounds through AAF firearms. The previous offerings that 2A Zone has provided me, plus these, plus other AAF offerings. So I have had a lot of time. For somebody who doesn't own personally an AAF, I have a lot of time on the AAF and on AAF manufactured guns, and I cannot recall ever having a misfeed, a stovepipe, nothing, no failure to feed, nothing, no failure to get back in battery. These guns run. Put a little oil in it and the guns just go. So based on that, we're going to give these guns a 15 out of 15 for reliability. Next up, durability. Look, fam, these guns are very, very well made. You got an all metal gun, steel grip, steel frame, bull barrel. They use quality coatings. Again, if I haven't already put the specs up there, I'll put the specs up there. But these are very, very well constructed guns, durable guns. Kind of you take care of them, they will take care of you. This gun should last you a lifetime and then some. All right. So look, fam, for durability, we're going to score it very high. We're going to give them a 14 out of a possible 15 for durability. All right, fam. Next up, trigger. Look, AAF makes a good trigger. You know, you're kind of, it's very reminiscent of a red dirt trigger. It has a red dirt trigger look. Not sure if red dirt makes it or they make it in-house. But you've got a slight take up, a clear defined wall, crisp clean break, reset. Good trigger. Good trigger. Is it an Atlas trigger? I wouldn't say that. Is it an Infinity trigger? Definitely not. But a solid trigger. I'll put the trigger weight up there so you can check that out. But yeah, the trigger runs. I like the feel of it. For trigger, we're going to give this bad boy a 14 out of a possible 15. All right, fam. Next up, accuracy. So when I talk about accuracy, fam, I'm not just talking about how tight the groupings are. That's a part of it, and certainly if I got some B-roll, we'll put some footage up there of the accuracy testing relative to that piece of it. But it's also about everything that goes into how accurate you can shoot the gun. It's how good the trigger is. It's now that you have a ported gun, how flat is the gun? What's the overall and how does the weight of the gun and all those things kind of work together to give you results at both, you know, kind of stagnant speeds and at higher rates of speed. The overall shootability of the gun. AAF does a really good job at this. Every gun that I've ever shot has been very well balanced, has had good triggers, and it has been very accurate barreling. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to give for accuracy a 10 out of a possible 10. All right, fam. Next up, ergonomics. These guns, because they both have steel grips, these are heavy guns primarily due to the steel grip module. And I should also mention that you've got steel grip modules on both the 4 1/4 and the 5-inch. I've said this before, Alpha American makes a very aggressive kind of grip pattern. If you're a kind of person who likes an aggressive grip, I know some guys say, hell, if my hands ain't bleeding after a range session, I ain't happy. So if you're one of those guys, then this would be, you're going to love these grips. The guns feel very good in the hands. Like I said, they're very, very well balanced, easy to get on target and kind of maintain your grip. So for ergonomics, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a 9 out of a possible 10. All right, fam, these next two categories we're going to lump together: aftermarket support, maintenance, and upkeep. More and more companies are making 2011. More and more third-party support is coming online. At some point, I'm going to have to start giving this 5 out of 5, but for now, we'll give a 4 out of 5 for aftermarket support. Maintenance and upkeep, these are Ferraris. They're not pickup trucks. Every 1,000 rounds or so, you got to break them down, clean them, or do a light clean after your shoot, and you're going to be just fine. Keep them oiled. They are going to run. Aftermarket support, 4 out of 5. Maintenance and upkeep, 4 out of 5. All right, fam. Next up, affordability. These guns are not inexpensive. And I think, you know, this is where I feel like the rubber often meets the road, because you start comparing this, and I'll put the MSRP of these guns up there. You start comparing these to other guns in that price point. While I think AAF guns are, in terms of the quality, are as good as any of the other players in the space at this price point, but they aren't as well known, and they do have a more classic kind of niche feel to them historically. but I think every time I look at a new offering from AAF, they are improving, they are getting better. So I think the price is warranted. That said, it is not cheap. Affordability, 2 out of a possible 5. All right, fam, last but not least, flex. Is Instagram gonna go crazy? Or your boy's gonna be like, damn? Yeah. AAFs are attractive firearms. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I think they are very good looking. These two guns have that distressed finish look to them. AAF comes in a lot of different sizes, shapes, and colors. So, you know, depending on what you like, hit up my guys at 2A Zone and see what they have available for you. But I think these guns are flexy. For flex, we're going to give them a 3 out of a possible 5. All right, fam, when you add all that up, you get an 89 out of a possible 100. One away from Grail gun status. Look, fam, in my opinion, what's keeping AAF from hitting in Grail gun territory is I just think they need to continue to evolve. Again, I think a full dust cover is a must. I think some different color schemes relative to the small parts and other things. It's mainly aesthetic. Their build quality is already there. Their accuracy and shootability is already there. I just think they need a little bit more work on design, and their guns are going to hit Grail gun status. It is only a matter of time. That is for sure. All right, fam. That's it for this episode. Until next time, as always, take care of one another and peace.